Okay guys, thanks for clicking on my channel. You're obviously here because you're interested in the vinyl glass house. We're just going to go through the patio doors here and we'll show you the vinyl glass room. It's been fitted now for about 4 weeks, more or less finished. It took about a week to fit, and the guys have just got to come back to do a few little trim panels. But there's not much on the internet about the vinyl glass houses, glass rooms, whatever you want to call them. So hopefully you'll find this short video of some interest to yourself. So let's go and have a look. So this is our family snug room, and it's on the first floor, bit of an upside down house, and our patio doors go out into our garden, and you can see the patio is an existing patio. It's been down for about 11 years or so since we renovated the barn. It's a granite barn. So yeah, the glass house has been fitted for about 4 weeks now, I guess. A few little things left to do. Really pleased with it. As I said, there's not much out there on the internet, the big World Wide Web, about this product from Weinor, which is a German company. Yeah, they've got a very good reputation throughout the industry, and I think they are the leaders, I believe, in this kind of product. So it's not a conservatory. It's basically a fancy, expensive, dare I say it, glass box, which basically keeps the wind and the rain out. So very straightforward to operate the doors. So grab the handle and slide it back. And then what we can do is, I'll go on the outside, and the doors will slide back on themselves. On the tracks you can see here, excuse my shoes attire, and they just fold back against the granite wall. So there we go, we have the inside is now outside, etc. So it looks very good. A close up of the track system. So if you get any little bits and bobs in there, they supply you with a brush that you can clear the tracks out. Obviously I've got to be a bit careful, got lots of small granite chippings around, which these two guys can bring into the inside, and obviously I don't want them going in the tracks in case they cause any damage there. Yeah, straightforward, closing the doors one-handed, and you just, what happens is the doors will just pick each of the sections up as you slide them, and it's, yeah, easy peasy lemon squeezy, as they say. And there we go. The standard handle is a thinner handle than this on the outside, and we just, when they fitted them, we asked them to go for a slightly bigger handle. It's just easier to get a grasp on them. So yeah, so that's what I'd recommend, is go for the a beefier handle. And then we can see on the outside, again, to stop any rain coming through, they put these, I don't know, rubber buffer strips on as well when they're shut. But yeah, if you want to open this one, let's have it all open then. There we go. Let's just step back a little bit, and that's pretty much open. So obviously in the summer, you can open it all up and get a little bit of a breeze through it. But as I said before, the main reason for us putting a glass room here is, one, we can sit out here if it's blowing a hoolie, or it's a little bit breezy. It is high here, so we are fairly exposed, and it's absolutely brilliant. In the 4 weeks that we've had it, we've sat out here quite a lot actually, so it's a fabulous product. And it keeps the rain off us as well, which is great. So if having a barbecue in the evenings, and a little bit drizzly, typical of the English weather, yeah, you can just nip inside but still be outside, if that makes sense. So when it comes to securing it, close the doors, and you have a little rocker down here, and that just puts a pin into the track so it can't be opened. So there are no keys as such. In relation to the guttering system, we have internal down pipes, and the water just comes out onto the patio on that pillar, and again on this pillar as well, the same thing. Down pipe comes out and water goes out onto the patio, and that's the rainwater gutter along the top there, and they've got a mesh system that stops any leaves going down into the downpipe and clogging it up. Optional extras are these, I don't know what you call them, brushes. They're fancy draft excluders, I guess. Can't remember how much they were, but it does just impact on the visual look of the glass house. But yeah, they certainly keep the wind out. So, but you can take them off if you don't like them, but that was an optional extra. So when the team fitted the glass house, they were here for about 5 days, I guess. Obviously the major issue they had, our gable end is granite, and they had to scribe, bless their cotton socks, infill pieces and then send them away, or send them to the sprayer to get them sprayed up with the exact colour match. So yeah, that was labour intensive, really. So, but we wanted a better finish into the granite. So I might put some mastic or similar once that piece is back from the sprayer. So our fall on the existing patio was over the 3.5 metres. It dropped about 4 to 5 centimetres. So the bottom rail here, once they packed it out underneath with plastic blocks, so it's all level. Once they'd finished, they then fitted these infill pieces and cut them accordingly to reduce the gap underneath the main rails, and they've done that all the way around. Even on the front there, you can see they've just put these infill pieces in. What you must realise is that it is not a conservatory, so when it does rain, we've had some real torrential rain. This is being filmed in end of October, and the last couple of weeks it's absolutely hammered it down with the rain. And what we do get, understandably, is you get some bleeding through the cement joints and through the Indian sandstone as well. So depending on what kind of surface it's mounted on, you may or may not get water ingress, but it is not a conservatory, so as long as you understand that, you won't freak out when you get some water coming in. But if you've got a very smooth surface and you haven't got the fall like I had here, some 4 centimetres over 5.5 metres, correction, 3.5 metres of base rail here, I would say you more than likely not going to get much in the way of water, as it would make it easier for you if you wanted to, if you didn't have a porous surface, just to mastic along here. So I may mastic along the infill trim pieces, but then that means if I wanted to power wash the inside of the patio, because I've got 2 long-haired German Shepherds, then there might not be anywhere for the water to go. But obviously I can still open everything fully up and just let the air flow through, and it would dry it out that way. Things you need to consider are power to the glass house. So I've got the electrician up and we've just connected off our ring main. So I've put some double sockets in because we put a TV in here now, and I've run some Wi-Fi cables on the outside of the house down a dummy down pipe under the gravel and under here, and they've so I've got Wi-Fi and TV aerial as well, are all there. So if you want to watch a TV in here or any form of electrics, obviously you need to speak to the electrician, see if they can spur some power into the area. As I've fitted 2 kilowatt heaters. They have high and a low setting, so I've got one on the side rail here and one over there, and they work really well, very good. I've got a little temperature gauge there, so inside our snug family area is 22 degrees, and in here it's 18 degrees, so we just keep an eye on things as well. In the box you get a remote control. Excuse the stickers that I've put on there because I'm thick and I couldn't remember which button did which, but I've ordered they do a Wi-Fi converter into a Bluetooth signal box, so that's been ordered, so it means you can use it on your mobile device, iPad, iPhone, Android, etc. Once you've downloaded the app, but that's on order and just waiting for that. So in the meantime, I have a scroll button and I can go for H1, which is heater 1. I don't know if it's up that way. Yeah, there we go. And instantly you can feel the heat, and I'm 2 meters away, and then you can set it down to, that's full power, So see, I'm new to all this. And then that's half power. So half power and then full power. And yeah, I can feel that straight away. And then I can select heater 2, and then that's full power, and then half power. And yeah, it's certainly warmer already. I don't know what that's going to do to your electric bill, but that's certainly warmer. So that's with two 2 kilowatt heaters. On the outside, I elected to put a vertical mounted blind, so it goes into the cartridge. Again, it's operated by remote control. This is basically south facing, so if we go inside, the receiver for the remote control for that blind is just up there. So I've just put it as V for vertical blind. Let's duck and go outside. Just went for a different, there's so many color options you can go for. So we just up-spec this. You can get one that just runs down on a stainless steel wire or a track system. So that's what we elected to do, is go for the track system. And it's great because you can still actually look through it, but full sun, you can look through it without any sunglasses. So it's very effective, and you can spray power wash it as well. So I've got a little bit of bird lime there, so I'll wipe that. And so that's pretty quiet as well, more or less. Again, fully automatic, and you can stop it at any distance you want to, but automatically it runs straight down to the bottom. So that's us inside now, and you can see with the vertical blind down, you can still see all the way through it, and it's very good. As I said, that's south facing with full sun, with no clouds. Yeah, you can actually look through it, and it does its job very well. So there you go, remote control CL ceiling. So in the cartridge up here along the length, we have a ceiling blind, again in a contrasting colour. I have no idea what the colour is, but I will put it in the description at the front of the video, as I'll do for the vertical blind as well. And in fact, I'll put a colour description of the colour of the actual glass house frame as well. So again, you can stop this awning at any distance from its travel, and so I'm just going to open it to its fullest extension. This motor is a little bit noisy, but hey, it's not the end of the world. And then voila, certainly with the awning out, it just gives a little bit more cozy feel. And then if you want the lights, those lights that we showed you earlier on, I'll go for L for lights. And so you'll see, go, well, how can you see through the awning? Well, there we go. And they are dimmable. But in the evening, those lights are amazing. I think I've got a photo which I'll put up as well. So here's a photo of it in the evening. Gives a very nice effect. But I've also got existing lights, pillar lights on both sides of the glass house. So yeah, very cozy in here, a bit more privacy, makes it feel like more of a room. But guys, I have to say, we are super impressed with the Weinor product. So there we go. I hope that's been of some interest to yourselves. The final thought from myself is just remember, it's not a conservatory. You may get some water ingress along the base rails. That is perfectly acceptable. Obviously, later on, thinking about it, maybe putting a composite fiberglass, plastic type material on here, which would then mean that you wouldn't see any water coming in, I guess. So that's always an option. You could put the glass house down, and then later on, when you've got a bit more dosh, you could go for a composite deck. Excuse the furniture. This is our wicker furniture that we had outside, so it's not our chosen piece for in here. Well, as I said, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you're looking at this kind of product, it's great for us. It suits our needs, and it just shows off the granite gable end from our property that we renovated when we came in possession of it about 11 years ago. So I hope you liked the video, and here's